Good afternoon. So, thank you again bearing with me in the evening, that too weekends. So, today, because I just told you we are following our textbook will be these textbooks. So, whatever are there in this, we have to cover because acupuncture is a part of this, and we know though we are not the addressing point wise, but total meridian wise we are using in the card. Also in numerical mathematica we have points. For every points we have number. We can stimulate using those points, and in our Nada Brahma we already have all those points. We can either stimulate, sedate and balance. And yesterday I shared one book, 100 single point acupuncture for 100 diseases. So that particular point, if it comes in our if comes to our requirement, or it is found in our patient, we can use that particular point in balanced mode. So many people ask me, why do we use the balance mode in the acupuncture? That is only when you are using a single point acupuncture and we want to balance that particular point. So in volume 6 and 7, page number 35, because we will be following the meridian description. We are not going deep into this system because this is also a it can be made 5-year course along with the anatomy, physiology and even many things can be included in this. So this topic itself is a very big topic, but whichever are very important to us to have a knowledge about the acupuncture. Randomly I will be telling many things. I select color. There are so many books around me here, and I wanted to get you the cream of those things. Okay, so there are total 12 meridians. Okay, plus one in the front is called as a governing meridian, conception vessel. Another is a governing meridian. Okay, so from front it is called as a conception vessel, and the back is called as a governing vessel. Governing vessel starts from the tailbone to goes to the spine. Okay, so in the middle, exactly from the tailbone to the front of the face, it is coming up to there. And governing vessel start from the tailbone, goes up to the spine, over the head, ends up in the upper lip. Here it ends from back tailbone up to here, it ends here. Okay, so conception vessel, this starts from the perineum and goes up to the front body and ends up to the lower lip. It ends here from the conception vessel. So there are how many? There is, see our hand, one side is a black side, another side is a white side. So yin and yang. Yin is this portion with the white portion, yang is this portion. So sun and moon, day and night. There are so many comparisons in the yin and yang categorization. Okay, male and female, acute and the chronic. Likewise, we can classify many instances in yin and yang, and some portion of yin will be there in a yang, some yang will be there in a yin. So you know the symbol of this yin yang balance. That symbol consists of the most equal part, but everything in part of the yin will be there in yang, and some part of the yang will be in yin. So total we have 12 meridians: heart, lungs, and pericardium. From heart meridian from axilla to the palm tip of the little finger. So this is the heart meridian. Start from the apex of this heart, then goes to, from the in layer, goes to the little finger. Okay, so lungs, point 1 starts under the clavicle and in front of the chest, goes to the tip of the thumb, running through inner arm and palm. Okay, that is lungs meridian. And pericardium meridian. Pericardium is from the side of the nipple, over axilla, down to the inner arm. I will give you the picture. So when you see the picture of it, that time there is no need of explanation how it, from where to where it goes. Okay. Stomach meridian, from under the eye right down to the leg, passing through the side of the knees, ending in the end of the second toe. Bladder meridian, begins in the eye, over the head, down to the spine in the row, ending in the little toe. Gallbladder, from the right temple, around the ears, this area, and middle of the forearm, across the shoulder, ends up in the nose. So is the side of the nose. Okay, so large intestine, small intestine, from the little finger through the elbow, crosses shoulder, neck to the middle cheek, then go to the side of the ear entrance. So triple warmer, from the ring finger, from the past elbow in the straight line through the shoulder, behind the ears, and then ear around the side of the eyebrow. Liver, from the base of the toe, between the big toe and the next toe, up to the leg, is a liver meridian. So spleen meridian, when I give the picture, it will be very clear. Whatever I speak, it will be very clear. From the big toe to the axilla. Kidney, from under the foot to the breastbone. And the conception vessel, we already talked about it. So these are the 12 plus 2, 14 meridians, which are governing in and as per our syllabus. Means the Narayani natural healing, the series, it is in the 6 and 7. So most important points are explained here. And also, see, few points I told you, I randomly selected the important points from the acupuncture. You want to go deeper level, there is no, see, knowledge is, you acquiring knowledge, there is no limit. You can go deep and dive deep and know better. Now, with that, everything you know, with vibrionics, we can create another Brahma for different points. And I already told you, I have shared the single point acupuncture in the group. You can use those point and make the balanced tone from that, and you can address that particular disease. Okay, then there are most important points you will remember, so that when I already told you, if you can note down, it's far better, or keep listening to this whenever you are working or doing something, so that whatever we told, it is very important, will go into the subconscious mind. Maybe consciously you may not be listening it, but it goes to the subconscious mind and it comes out as and when required. Okay, so heart meridian Heart meridian, see, everybody asks me, what is the potency to be used? Here Swami Narayani very well mentioned that heart meridian to be taken in the 30 potency or CM potency. Already mentioned here. So no doubt about the potency. Right? So heart meridian 3, H3 is for palpitation. H7 for wrist to finger, insomnia, irritability, constipation and unconscious state. And heart meridian 8, tip of the small finger, any heart problem. So these are most important point. You can use, it is already said, in case of MI emergency, hold your little finger like this. Hold and just put the pressure, and any unconscious people will come into conscious state. So this is the emergency point where you can use for any emergency. Okay, this is all mentioned. Even these since we are you are dealing with a drugless therapy, we can use the acupressure to stimulate that particular point. Okay, then lung meridian, one heart line of the hand, one of the little finger. This is a test for the heart point. If there is a pain on this point, the heart is not in tune. Use for any heart problem. Okay, on the heart line of the hand, in line with a little finger. In line with a means, see, this point. Yeah, this point. This point is a heart. Here is when you press and see if they have got a pain, that means there are a heart problem is there. So we can address based on we can either give OM7 and the heart palpitation and heart balance, like that we can give. But here we can test those things whether someone is having heart problem or not. Okay, that's a very easy diagnosis. Someone is comes with you for the help, so you can check. Yeah, press here below the little finger. If painful is there, that means there is some heart problem. We can address to that. Lung meridian, most important points only are discussed here. Lung number 1, use for this. It is clavicle. Just here, it is very painful for someone. So see, in these cases, you can use that. Means there are some formulas that wherever the meridian crosses, if there is a problem in that particular organ, so you can treat that particular meridian. You can even suppose someone has got a liver problem. So liver problem and the liver meridian can be treated. Also, liver meridian, how it passes. It is explained and I will share you the picture of that also. If in that route, anywhere you are getting the pain, that means you have to treat the liver. Okay, like that. So here we are talking about the lungs. So pressure pointing in the neck area, entire breastbone area. So like that, lung number 1. And 5, cough, painful breathing, elbow pain and fever. And lungs 7, Bell's palsy, facial paralysis, congestion in the headache, sore throat, painful breathing. Because this is explained by Swami Narayani, so you have to just give attention to this. Sore throat, painful breathing, revive an unconscious person. Okay, lung number 9. There are, in this one already given. Here is a lung meridian. in this one already mentioned, it is a, when you have this book, you will get a very clear cut this one. And see, thumb, just below the thumb, here the emergency point, every people will call it as an emergency point. Here you can pressure, so that unconscious people also will regain the consciousness by pressing this here. Outside the thumb of the base of the nail, painful breathing, sore throat, cough and pneumonia, right? So the thumb, where do you get that sore throat? Outside the thumb, here you get a pain, here, outside. So outside this area, that is the lungs. So you can say sore throat and all, you will get it. So for that, what we have to do in our vibronics, go to I will show you, because only explaining, you may get bored. I will show you that, we'll switch on our new mantra 4, because many people are not able to install mantra 4 because of that window defender. So it thinks that there is an okay. Now this is a mantra. Go to the Nada Brahma, because we are working on mantra, so I was again connected to this. See, you go to the meridian point. So lungs 11, large intestine, lungs 11. So what? Painful breathing, sore throat, cough and pneumonia. So we have selected. Now, if we are selecting a single point, that time we have to press the balance remedy, send balance rate, and same time we have to set our machine into as it is position. See, this is a lungs 11. Either we can make a remedy out of this. Okay, now we go to we are talking about means practically how we can make the remedy from the lungs 11. Lungs 11 is going on. It is used for pneumonia, sore throat, cough and this one. Now pericardium and circulation. See, here we are dealing with whatever the Mata Narayani is telling, means we are mainly talking about the meridian itself. So pericardium meridian, pericardium circulation meridian, entire channel for the entire tone of the body, because circulation is required for everything, you can say. So here we can go and in the beginning here you can feed that particular meridian's number, and you can generate the meridian tune. Okay, meridian tune, we can use the balance mode, in the balance mode. Okay, so here we are covering next we'll talk about the stomach meridian. Stomach meridian, just I am telling the points. So just remember 1, 3 for sinusitis and congestion, facial pain and paralysis. Stomach 4 and 6 for toothache, tension, neuralgia. Stomach 9 and 25 for high blood pressure, diarrhea and abdominal pain. Now for example, we will take the stomach meridian 9 and 25. Okay, we'll see stomach meridian 9 and 25. Where is stomach meridian? 9. First we have to erase, weighting erase. Then 9 and ST 9 and 25. We can get the combined effect also. When you are keeping in an as it is position, we can send rate. This is individually stomach 9 and stomach 25 are we are getting it. But if you want to get a combined music, we can send this way. So this is how we can generate like a 9 and 25 for high blood pressure. These tones will have effect on. It will send a message, intention to the even person or whoever listen to it, or you can say to the water to balance the blood pressure. Okay, and again stomach 34 for the toothache and stomach pain. We generally come across the such thing. Go to the weighting erase, toothache and stomach pain. ST 34. Go to 34 and in case of a single remedy, you can go to the we can use in case of a single point, we can use the balance mode. We can use in a balance mode. So if it is excessive, it can be balanced. Even low also it can support. Okay. Now you have understood. Now what is the bladder meridian? Bladder meridian, so big meridian, whole from the back to 60, everywhere it is there. So it covers the whole spine. Okay, let me see if I have a photograph of that. We'll be sharing it this one, all the meridians, points and all. You see, this is a bladder meridian. Bladder meridian, it is you have got the biggest meridian. All the back, it goes on the 2 rounds from the top to bottom and the back side. So it has got 67 points mentioned in this book, and we will see. And for all, see, number 1 for all eye problem, 10 is for entire neck plexus, 13 for breathing problem, 15 for heart, and 18 for liver problem, bladder 19 for gallbladder, bladder 20 for pancreas and spleen, bladder 21 stomach, 20 to 23 backache, exhaustion, kidney problem and vitalizer. See, they are telling kidney 22 and 23, that is for lower back pain, exhaustion, kidney problem and vitalizer. Let us see that. You see, it seems to be most important one. So bladder, where is the bladder? See, maybe in the next page. Bladder 22 and 23. See, for this we can open the open text box first, so that whatever we are selecting will come to know. 22nd and 22 and 23. 22 and 23. See, whatever selecting, it will come and sit there, so that you will come to know which music it is. Whether you want to have one more time, you can just don't do anything. You can just send rate like that. You can send rate. I want to have a one after the other. So that time I will be setting it to as it is position. Send the rate. This is what is found out by our great master. He thought, what are the remedies for what setting of our knob we should have the what tune. He's already decided. We have taken his reference in from this website. So we are also trying to simulate it in the similar way. Okay. So this tune, it will cure the exhaustion, kidney problem and revitalizer. It works like a revitalizer. And see what all things are there. Small intestine, 26 low back digestion, male and female problem. 27 32 bed waiting. 36 37 lower back leg problem. 40 sciatica. 41 42 are neck and shoulder pain. So 43 asthma. 44 45 46 nausea. 49 diarrhea, stomachache, tension. 52 lower back and energy low and kidney problem. Again see 52 is again also a very good what you call a point. Okay, so low energy. So we can let us try to boost our energy by tuning to 52. Bladder 52, we got it, and let us send rate. Okay, like this we can generate, and either we can make a remedy, or we can make people to listen this. Okay, I am switching off the speaker so that my voice may not clearly audible to you, because it is kept near to the laptop. Okay, like that, based on our this guide given by the Mata Narayani, because it is most authenticated, we follow this book. So for that reason, we can see gallbladder meridian, 30 or cm potency, headache, eye problem, ear problem. I know I already told you in which combination, what all remedies to be added, what are the meridian to be added. I already discussed with you how easily we will come to know. Okay, but in case if it is not added, so such cases also might be there. You can think yourself, like when you are a tired person, you can think of the tuning the bladder and the kidney. Those are the final points in the acupuncture meridian. We will discuss about this, because I told you this is a very vast subject, but we are trying to compress and use whichever is applicable for us. Applicable means usable in terms of making the remedy. Okay, then see what are the gallbladder meridian important. See, there is a point called GB34. GB34 controls the whole muscular system controlled by GB34. You can ankle pain and other thing, so that you can make a GB34 and you can give. So generally what I did initially, so I was very busy. Someone came for knee joint pain, and we wanted to give. He said, I want to test your Nada Brahma. Then what I did, Google Brahma, Google Vishnu, Gurudeva, Google Deva Maheshwara. So I put the points in a Google. Google said, Google, tell me what are the best point for knee joint pain. So it gave me 4 or 5 points. So I just created those music just as I done right now, and I gave, because once I punctured, because I'm already trained, I'm diploma in acupuncture. I put a needle, because why I'm needle, because they will not get satisfaction otherwise. They should be punched, beaten, and done something physically to pressure, so that they will get satisfied. So I put something point number this one. He was 65 years old, and I made a music from that. He's far better. He's maintaining very well. He's managing his knee joint pain very well. So at the age of 65. So you can say, likewise, we can do it very easily without going through all those books and the theories and other. No, instead of Going this, you can select. Either it will tell you, I am not a doctor, still to suggest you. Then you say, okay, still you tell me the good point for the acupuncture. Then it will give you a few points. Based on that, that will be therapeutic points. We will discuss whenever it is possible. We will see, or even after completion of course also, we will talk about some therapeutic points. But now, whatever Swami Narayani is telling, we'll go through that. So GB34 is a wonderful muscular control point, muscle joint, muscle pain control point is GB34. Okay, so as I told you how we can now already GB34. Now we'll see again the erase waiting. So and go GB34 is where there is GB34. See, this muscle of the body can be controlled. So send rate. So GB34 we are doing it by the GB34. Okay. Likewise, liver meridian, liver 3, liver 4, liver 11. See, we come across many. We are our children, and the daughters, they suffer a lot from the menstrual pain. So for the menstrual pain, and liver 11 is a remedy as per the Mataji. So abdominal pain is 11, liver 13. So liver 14 is a poor laxation and nursing mother. So we can see, if after delivery and his mother doesn't get the sufficient milk, we can use the liver 14. Okay. Likewise, they have given a wonderful hint, and you are going to get this book. So we are trying to get. So otherwise I will also give you the contact number, so we can get this book, because these are the most important book for our course. Okay, spleen meridian, spleen SP6, ST36 and kidney 3. These are the regenerating points. Let us make once that. So those are regenerating points. Let us erase the waiting. Then SP6, spleen 6, ST36 and kidney 3 and even kidney 7 sometime. Okay, these points I generate the combined rate. Let us make the combined rate. Okay. This is what is given by Mata Narayani about the meridian and meridian point. Now we go little bit deeper level, and we try to find out. And there is a acupuncture group in the Telegram group. I suggest you to go to that, and you be a member, and try to download the few books, and which you will be able to, with the help of that, you will be able to make the tune from here and use. Some of the most important point what I liked from this book is I am going to tell you. Okay. You all know that there is a 5 element theory. 5 elements: wood, fire, and the humidity, and dryness, and cold and coldness. These are the 5 elements. You can say in other way, the wood and fire, earth, metal and water. These are the main 5 elements. In the wood we get 2 meridian. They are covered by 2 meridian, that is the gallbladder and the liver meridian. And in the fire there are 4 meridians. small intestine, triple warmer, heart, and the uh, small intestine, heart, triple warmer, and pericardium. These are four meridian comes under the heat, or you can say fire element. Okay, so earth element is again spleen and stomach, and the metal is it is the two meridian comes under the metal are the large intestine and the lungs. And in the coldness or water element, then it has a kidney and bladder. So likewise, see, it is all our 12 meridians are divided into this 5 element group. So here we can say there are a system called the controlling element, and the that is called as the creation cycle and anti-creation cycle. Controlling or controlled by, that channel is there, so that when that is required, when we want to make a classical approach towards the acupuncture, that time we will be able to use those things, but if someone will be having the background of acupuncture, that for those people it will be very easy, you can grasp this thing. See, and even it may be very difficult for you to grasp those things, but still try to understand, or we will discuss about this point even later part also, because it's a very huge subject. I wanted to compress in a smaller time. Okay, so wind. So wood is also called as a wind. Okay, and the fire is also can called be as a heat. So in the creation cycle, we'll explain in raw language, that is wood. When it got friction, it creates a fire. When fire and wood together, it becomes a what you call the uh, burnt powder. Okay, ash, you can say. Ash is nothing but a earth element, and from earth element metals are formed. So from metal, when we again melt, it becomes a liquid. So likewise they say that this is the creation cycle. It starts from the wood and ends into the kidney and bladder. So generally our life is like that only. We take birth with the movement, then young children are so energetic, and so that is a fire element they come. Then again when it when comes to the spleen and the stomach, they go little dull, then they become obese and they become static. Then again when dryness comes, again they become emaciated. Then when they become when they come to the stage of kidney and bladder, they vanish. So this is the cycle. Even human being also have the same cycle. So very interesting, but I will give one example. With that, we will be able to guess all these 5 elements, how it is affecting each organ. Okay, that's very interesting. I will tell you. Yes. See, generally in the acupuncture diagnosis, everything is diagnosed based on the five element only. But in different circumstances, how this five element affects our body, we will study. I will give a few example. With that, we will be able to guess how it is affecting us. Okay, then we'll take one example. See, whenever we have generally, five element are there, anything in excess, one is excess, other two sides also will be excess. So, for example, we'll tell the excessive wind constitution. I'm telling you excessive wind constitution. That time what happens is coldness also will be excess and heat also will be excess. So due to that, what are the symptoms we are getting? See, the excessive, cold excessive, in that fear will be more, cerebral infraction will be there, hemiparesis will be there, severe pain will be there, muscular atrophy will be there, cold extremities, aggravation in the cold weather, age of the coldness means the deteriorated last end stage of our age, and the wind. Wind means wood, how it will affect us, like irritability and intermittent claudication and ataxia, means not control over the body, aggravation in the windy weather, and people will be even tall. You can say tall people affect some more. So like that. Hyperactive disease and affection of the brain and affected vessels means whenever one particular organ affected by these five elements, it behaves in a different way. So I will tell you one particular thing. We can very easily, that I want to say, this is the example. See, in case of just wait a minute, I will be able to give you. Yes. Yeah. It is mixed with the two different things. Yes. Here we'll be able to very easily find the reason. Yes. Wonderful explanation about, see, breast. In the breast, how this five element, if it is affected, how it will be reflected in a human body. We'll start from the wind. Small undeveloped mammary gland with the greenish blue color, vessels are seen throughout it, freckles and slight itching, poor relaxation, for milk type, discharge from the nipple. It is wind type of constitution in the breast, mammary gland you can say. So this is how when the wind is excess, it will be like that, like a small underdeveloped mammary gland with the greenish blue skin and the vessels seen throughout it, and that is squirreled. Okay. And second one, if the heat and hotness are affected the mammary gland, how it will be? Well developed mammary gland with the reddish pink skin hyperthermia, inflammatory, vascular spot, inflammatory disease like mastitis, breast inflammation. If anything is like that, it means the for the breast, this heat is affected. Heat is affected by the breast. That time it will have well developed and reddish pink skin. Hyperthermia means it will be hot and inflammatory, and mastitis will affect. Mastitis is the inflammation of the breast. So now you see in the case of hotness, how it will reflect. Well developed springy mammary glands, a sensation of hotness, enlargement, excessive laxation. See here, in case of excessive laxation, you want to control it. How we have to do? We have to reduce the hotness in that particular organ. Okay, like that. So we'll see next humidity. How if humidity is affected by the mammary gland, how it reflects in the mammary gland. So enlarged edematous mammary gland and intense itching, cyst, lipoma, soft wart, and anything discharge from the nipple, excessive laxation, high fat content in the milk, and dull pain. If humidity is affected by the breast, it will be like this. Then how to control this? We have to reduce this complete system's humidity. To control humidity, we have to apply 5-element theory. For humidity, for controlling humidity, we have to increase the wind. I will explain that. There's a 5-element theory, so that first we will study if that particular element is excess, how this is reflected. Okay. Now next is, we have studied wind, heat, hotness, humidity, and now we see the dryness. What happens if dryness is affected to the breast? So stiff tissue of the mammary gland, dry peeling skin, dark navy pigmentosa, nipples, fissures, cracks in the nipples and ulcers, hair growth, stiff fibrous masses, and acute pain. These are acute pain in the breast. Any pain that in the acupuncture, it shows the dryness excess. Okay. So we can reduce the dryness excess. How we have to reduce the dryness excess, we will discuss it later. Okay. Very interesting. But as for our, we are not going to puncture actually, and we are controlling by everything by sound and making the protocol made by that. So now last one according to the mammary gland, atrophy of a mammary gland. Somebody, you can think atrophied mammary gland is there, breast is totally atrophied, shrinked, that time what you have to think? That is excessive coldness in the system. For that, atrophy of the mammary gland, flabbiness, deficiency and lack of pigmentation, scars, deep ulcers, and absent or terminated laxation, severe pain, cancer of the mammary gland. All these comes under the coldness of the mammary gland. So this is the example we give in the mammary gland. We will see the backbone. Only 2 examples we will see. With that, we will be able to understand how this 5-element works on different system. Okay. Now, backbone, how the wind affects to the backbone. Okay. If wind excess is there, then how it is reflected in the backbone? Flexible backbone, disorder in the thoracic part of the backbone, and sclerosis. So if such thing is a sclerosis, means stiffness in the thoracic region. So that is the wind excess is there, that time it will be reflected like this. So heat excess in the backbone, how heat excess will be presented in the symptoms like inflammatory disease of the backbone, disorder in the cervical part of the backbone, disorder in the cervical section of the backbone is reflected in the heats of the backbone. Okay, sensation of hotness in the burning all the length of the backbone, disorders in the region of the atlanto-occipital juncture. So like this, total spinal cord itself is in a sensation of burning sensation. If someone is feeling, we can classify into excess hotness. Okay, and next one is humidity. How humidity affects the humidity means not the climate humidity. The five element, out of that five element, humidity is one of the element. How this affect the spinal cord? That is dull pain, heaviness. See, all dull pain, constant pain, chronic pain, they are all belongs to the humidity element. So like a heaviness in the movement, forced position, intravertebral hernia. So because there is a swelling in the humidity, what happens? If anything is humid, it becomes enlarged. So the herniated disc also comes under the humidity excess in the spinal cord. So cysts, impaired trophism of the intervertebral disc, disorder in the lumbar part of the backbone. So lumbar part of the backbone, anything is there, we can think of the humidity excess in the spinal cord or backbone. Now dryness in the spinal cord. How we categorize, how we come to know that is he has got a dryness excess in the spinal cord. How we will come to know? We have to read a lot, then we will compare a lot, then we will be able to come to the conclusion that yes, this is affected in this particular organ. Okay, now we are studying the backbone, how it affects the dryness. If it is there, how it affects. Dryness means what? No grease, no oil. You will get some cracking sound and a pain. So in this one it is like that only. Stiffness in the backbone is dryness excess. Okay, and the tear of the fibrous ring of the intravertebral disc. So there is a ring in the intervertebral disc, there is a tear in that, stiffness is there, unable to move, like that, stiffness, and the osteochondrosis is there, means the bone problem, that is a dryness in the bone, and spondylosis and disorder of the sacral part of the backbone covers under the dryness excess. We will study just after this how we will handle the all organs dryness or all these five elements, how we can easily correct it. We'll just study after this particular chapter. So now we'll study if backbone is affected by cold and coldness, how it will be reflected in terms of the symptoms. Unbearable pain, prolonged limitation of movement, backbone tumor, tuberculosis, spondylosis, traumas, fractures of the vertebrae. Deterioration may be causing lifting of weight, occurs in the cool weather after the cold, pain in the coccyx, last portion of the bone. Means you can think all these five elements, how it affects the backbone. If someone is having the stiffness in the back, sharp pain, what you think? He is affected by dryness excessive of dryness. We want him to move. We want him to move easily. Then what? So we have to control through controlling element. Okay, we will see if we can get those that creation cycle and controlling cycle. Definitely, I will take this into when we come across the next class tomorrow. I will make the acupunctures, the five element theory. But now we want, because this is I we all know that five element, how to control everything is there, but symptom of that five element are very, very important. Now I think so you might have come to know that how these five elements affect our different parts. We studied in the mammary gland, breast, and another in the backbone. And if anything else is there, we can easily understand. Let me check. Because this is nowhere, because this is a thing we should able to. Okay, now you see, we will take one more example, last example, that how is this five element affect our muscular disease, how it affects our muscular disease. Okay, and in wind hypermobility, excessive contractibility, hyperkinesia, tics, so painless spasm, stammering, hiccup, and vomiting. See, you give one good example of the excessive movement of a muscular movement? Like in Parkinson, it is a neurological disorder. You get a constant movement of the either head or hand, it will be keep on moving. Then what it is? It is a excessive of wind. Wind is a movement. Wind is a moment. Wind moves from, how do we feel the wind? With the movement. So hyper movement of any body, you can say that is the wind excess. Okay, wind excess. Just keep your three example. If you take, you will be able to apply this same five element theory to all other different circumstances. We will be able to see. Okay, now muscles, how the wind affects the muscle, means wind excess, moment excess, it will be keep on moving. You will like though that even it is a very loose, and extractive contractibility in other way. One is very loose and keep constant motion, another is contractibility. And next one is we see heat, how heat and hotness, two things are there in the five element theory. Let us see how heat affects the muscular system. Raise in temperature, hyperemia of skin covering muscular group, and myositis and myocarditis. So any myo means muscle inflammation comes under the heat section, heat element of the acupuncture. Heat excess in case of muscular system, how it raises the temperature of the muscle and it becomes a reddish in color, covering the muscles. There will be it covers the whole muscular system. Now see hotness in the muscles, how hotness will reflect, how hotness will show in the muscular system. Muscles hypertrophied and hormonal to neurohumoral, myocardial, hypertrophy, and sensation of burning in the muscles. Okay, hypertrophy is enlargement. So muscular hypertrophies, hormonal to neurohumoral, myocardial, hypertrophy of sensation of burning in the muscles. These are all excessiveness. Heat is nothing but a excessive functioning of that particular organ, excessive energy in that particular organ. So that is the the hotness in the muscular system. Now you see what is the humidity in the muscles. See, sensation of heaviness in the muscle. Any sensation, heaviness in the muscles is an indication of excess humidity in that particular muscles, and dilations of the muscle, and muscle flabbiness, muscular cyst, lipomatis and fibroma. Lipoma and fibroma, they are all the manifestation of humidity. So in case of any humid things are there, humidity means that like a sponge, you can say. When there are some sponges, when they feed a water, it becomes enlarged. You can imagine those things. Humidity means any humid things becomes enlarged, heavy. That the earth element. Earth element is a humidity. So in that one, again we have two organs in the earth element. One is the spleen, another is the stomach. Okay, like that. So next we can see the dryness in the muscles. What happens when dryness affects the muscle? I already told you, any pain is caused by dryness. Okay, like that. So sharp, contracting, growing pain, lumbago, painful spasm, muscle rigidity, hypertrophy, undue vegetability, and myasthenia, and fibrous myositis, Wray-Neck, muscular dystrophies. Myocardial dystrophy means any destruction and shrinking of muscles is that comes under the dryness of the muscular system. If we come across the dryness of the muscular system, how we have to address, I will just tell you after this. Okay, then in case of muscles, how if the coldness is affected, what it will show? If coldness is affected, atony, atrophy, paresis and paralysis, rigidity, muscular hypoplasia, unbearable pain, including phantom limbs and cramps, spasm. So myotrophy, infantile cerebral paralysis, everything means total destruction, not functioning, and means total zero. It comes under the, nothing can be done from that muscle. That level comes under the cold and coldness, that that sensation, this will come under that category. I think so you got some idea, but I still tell you can apply to all the system of the human body. That will generally we say that wind is a movement, and heat and hotness is a inflammation, redness, and after inflammation what happens? There will be a swelling that comes under the spleen and stomach, that is called as humidity excess. Then when it becomes enlarged, after inflammation, then it becomes a dry. Then what after dry, what it will decay. I will give one more beautiful example. When you have a mango, raw mango is a wind, then what is that? Mango becomes ripe and beautiful. That becomes a heat and hotness. It becomes red. Then when it becomes humidity comes, it is be full of that juices. Then when if you keep it like that it is in the dryness, is mummifies, it shrinks. But sweetness, everything will be there, but it shrinks. Then after the shrinking, again you leave. When you shrinking is coldness excess, dryness excess. Then when you allowed from dryness to next level, it decays. Totally destroys. It becomes useless. So you can imagine these cycle applicable in the all the organs and all the functions of our body, so that you can identify which stage it is and what can be done to improve those things. Okay, likewise. So we will see now how to control the five element. There are some theories about how to form the formula for any reducing the thing. See, for every channel we have five element. So we already told you that liver and gallbladder belongs to wind, or you can say wood element. So there are five element on the liver meridian and also gallbladder meridian. So likewise, suppose we want to control that individual liver, and if we find out that if there is a excess in the liver, we have to find out what is excess in the liver. If wind excess in the liver, accordingly we can frame the formula. Okay, that I will make you tomorrow. I will just draw that five element, and I will tell you how we can increase and decrease sun and mother formula. I will make a beautiful formula, and will also tell you how to control these five element. I think so, because I am jumping from one subject to another subject, but I want to tell you lot many things, but I am not sure whether it is going into the conscious brain or subconscious brain. But anyway, I try my level best, so that how we can design the formula. You will come to know at tomorrow's class. You will be able to frame the formulas. I will tell you. So okay, this you can do, but now I will tell you what are the points in our all 12 meridian. We have different points. All these five element points are available in our meridian. Yes. Anyway, I will copy and paste those things in my next this one. Yes. Now I will just tell you, if you can remember, tomorrow I'll make that chart. So we will make increase and decrease by our Nada Brahma. Fine. So now I will tell you what are the lungs. Lungs point, lungs 11 is a wood element. Lungs 10 is a fire element. Lungs 9 is a earth element. And lung 8 is a metal element. And lungs 5 is a water element. And to tone the lungs, for example, you know that lungs is the deficiency. Lungs deficiency is there. not able to perform its this one. So that time, if you want to tonify the lung, that time what you have to use? Lungs 9 used for the tonification. Why lungs 9? The lungs 9 is a earth element. Okay. Why the lungs is a dryness? I mean metal. Who is a mother of the metal? Earth. So we have to tonify the earth so that it can give more to the lungs. I don't know whether you are able to pick up or not. So anyway, yeah, I will give this chart. You blindly follow it. So that I will tell you, if you want to tonify the lungs, you have to stimulate the earth point on the lungs. Okay. So if you want to reduce the lungs, that time what you have to do? L5. L5 you have to put L5, you have to stimulate so that you can sedate the lungs. What is the L5? L5 is a water. So we can say mother and son. For example, see dryness, I mean the metal is there. Metal is created from the earth, and after metal it dissolves and becomes water. So we call water is a son of the metal. So if you stimulate the sun, it will draw more from the mother. So it will, you can sedate the lungs. So likewise, tomorrow I will show with making the representation, or can say diagram. So you will be able to appreciate this particular chart. It's a very important chart. Then again, now we saw recently what we saw in case of muscular dystrophy and muscular muscles, how affects all these elements, effects and all. Okay, we can use the same formula there. We saw the atrophy of the atrophied mammary gland is there. Then what you have to do? That is excess. We can reduce by tonifying the sun. So likewise, we will discuss it later. But today, what are the points on that particular meridian? All 5 elements which can stimulate and reduce. Okay. Now let us see spleen meridian. So likewise, we have a chart. If I read these points also, you will not be able to remember. But I will give this chart so that you can remember spleen. Suppose you want to reduce the humidity in the system. What you have to do? You want to reduce the humidity in the system or human being. What human means? The organism. That what you can do? Humidity is governed by the spleen. Okay. Spleen humidity is sedate. If you sedate the spleen humidity, it will control all other organs like that. Okay. So if we reduce that, or you can say to reducing, what are the possible ways? You want to reduce the humidity. Then what you have to do? You have to simulate the sun. What is the sun of the humidity? Is metal. If you increase the metal, that time humidity will be decreased. So likewise, even you want to reduce the humidity of this spleen itself on the spleen meridian. If you are using the metal point, dryness point, you are going to reduce the humidity of the spleen meridian. So likewise, so I will tomorrow that, because I wanted to make a figure and show you. That will be very interesting. But this is what you have to understand. This is when you go dive into deep, we will discuss the same topic even after our course. I told you why I have taken this topic today, because Swami Narayani has mentioned, she used all these meridian points and I already told you what are the meridian points she is advising for the treatment. This is as a one small, only few pages she has explained. But I want that, because of Nada Brahma, we want to go into deep of this. So now I will tell you. So if you want to, the we will see hard points. Okay. Now what is the? We already saw that the wind excess. Wind excess in the heart. What is wind excess in the heart? Wind is a movement. Palpitation. Palpitation, more palpitation in the heart. That is what is the, in heart there is a palpitation, that means wind excess. We will see what is that. Wood, H9. H9 is a wood element of the heart. We want to reduce the heart this one. Now what we have to do here, as we got the waiting erase, we let us see the heart. Where is heart? Heart number 9. When you select the heart number 9 and balance the heart, so when we have to set this as it is position, this one balances the wood element of the heart. Okay. Now what is the H8 is the fire element of the heart. What is the fire element of the heart? Inflammation of the heart. Inflammation of the heart can be addressed by H8. Okay. Now erase. Now we want to H8, set the H8 and send the balance. So this is H8, fire element of the heart is balancing. Fire element is what? Any itis, any inflammation, excessive joy. Excessive joy also create a problem. Joy is governed by heart. Okay. So in that way, someone has got excessive joy, we find he is in the trouble. So in such cases, we can balance that. Heart fire can be balanced by using H8 and in the balance mode. Okay. Now we see what is the earth of the heart, H7. What H7 means? The excessive earth element in the heart. What is excessive earth element in the heart? Swelling of the heart, hypertrophy of the heart. So hypertrophy of the heart can be balanced with, what is that? H6. H6 is the, first let us erase H6, then send the balance rate. Okay, H6. Earth of the heart. Sorry, H7. Let us see H7. H7. H7 is the earth element of the heart. This is how we can say that we already saw the 5 element, how it is affecting, what is it generating. For example, now the H7 is a metal dryness of the heart. What it creates, it shrinks, and pain, dryness, excess, main symptom is pain in the heart. Pain in the heart can be addressed by H4, See, there is a chart here. I can definitely share with you. Just after this class, I will share with you. With this, we will be able to see what is the sedation of that, how we can tonify that particular meridian, how we can sedate that meridian on that same point only. Okay. Now, H7 was the earth element. Now we can say H4. H4 we can select. H4, go to the balanced rate. So like this. Now, what are the associated? There are so many associated points also. We saw before that, in bladder, 15 is associated with the heart. We can use bladder, for example, now heart, we are using it H4 here. Along that, we can add a bladder 15. Where is the bladder 15? We'll add bladder 15 and it is set in the as it is mode. Okay. Bladder 15 and heart. So now we'll use only send, not the balance rate, we'll use the send rate. So this tunes is what? It is using, that is heart 4. Suppose you have a dryness pain in the heart plus associated with a bladder 15. So likewise we can use the acupuncture points by using the Nada Brahma. And tomorrow we will make small diagram, and online I will show you. I will make a PPT so that we will be able to make those things very clearly, because I was not sure what I am going to talk you today, because I thought the only Swami Narayani, whatever she is told, if I tell you that is enough. But I am feeling for using of this software Nada Brahma, you need some more deeper knowledge of acupuncture, how to control the 5 element of each meridian. It's a must, and when to be used we will definitely tell you. So it will be very interesting. So anyway, we have all 12 meridians, the 5 element point, how we can control that, when we have to control, everything is very clear. See, 5 element we have already covered, how it affects any organism. Any pain is mainly because of dryness excess. Any horrible pain is because, like cancer pain and total pain, that is because coldness excess. Okay, so we will discuss it tomorrow, and we'll take rest for today, and we will talk about the specific points in our all 12 meridian, and how we can control through the controlling point. And also if possible, we will talk about the muscle diagnosis, because it's very easy. I can tell you about the pulse reading. It's very difficult, because you need practically we have to learn that through a guru, then we can assess. It is just like like a sixth sense, using our sixth sense. But muscle diagnosis is very easy. So we will study that tomorrow, and tomorrow we will see the 5 elements within the organs, and how to control son and the mother. With that, we will be able to tune that particular organ. So we can make the formula. We will make the formula. We will give the that what you call the steps. With that, you will be able to make the formula. Okay, we will meet tomorrow. I know that you are feeling very difficulty. Either I am not able to deliver you efficiently, or because of not having a basic knowledge about the acupuncture, you may be also be feeling difficulty. But this is the beginning. This is the beginning. There is no limit in learning. We can learn, so that no one stops us from learning. We'll keep on learning, and there are so many good acupuncture direct the formula for all those diseases. We can learn like that. I can give you a pamphlet. With that, everything disease wise, already points are there. That's it is no there is no any big theory itself. We can just select those things, and we can make the music. I can use it. Okay. At last, tomorrow the morning session, in the end of that, we will make the ready-made. We will take some ready-made hints from the authors, different author, and we can create a music, and you can use it. Definitely, we will do that also. But I am interested if you can understand the basic theory of this 5 element. Our journey of healing will be adventurous. So we will be feeling very interesting into doing that. Okay, then that's all. This is a very, very difficult thing, how this 5 element affects different organs. But that's only, I have repeated many times. If you think you take off a mango, raw mango, and imagine till it destroys, decays, you can think about the same. You can think that it is in the which stage, whether it is in the ripe stage, or you can swelling stage, or you can a dryness stage, or you can say, so that we can connect those 5 elements to that, and try to help at that particular juncture. Okay, thank you so much for the today, and I will make this session more interesting tomorrow. And because not knowing correct the syllabus, because Mataji's syllabus is over. This is only three pages. I already told you, because they are already 30 potency or CM potency. That's got finished. But my Nada Brahma doesn't allow me to stop there only. You need to know more to handle this. Or you can say use this effectively. Okay, so then definitely we'll make it more interactive, effective tomorrow. So I'm very thankful to you